Okay, so now it's time for me to install one of my Palmer Queens. Um, Look at that! I already got a couple of girls here on the outside checking it out. Look at that! Pretty interesting that they're. I'm just standing here and I've already got two girls wanting to check it out. Anyways, these two hives right here behind me. Now I split these off on 622, and I put the queens actually in two of those nukes over there, and then I actually put a split in the one in the middle. And the one split in the middle took, and I have a queen on each side. So that was the original queens from these two hives here that I moved over to there. But these were both queenless, and I allowed them to create their own queen. That one took, this one did not. So I assessed my whole apiary, and this is my queenless colony. So this is the one I'm going to be introducing a queen to today. I had done it earlier this morning. I had done an assessment, so I know this one's queenless. Anyways, what we're going to do is install this queen in this colony. Now, in a perfect world, what I usually like to do, since there's attendants in there, I usually like to take them out. But you know, that is a major undertaking, trying to get all the workers out without the queen leaving the cage, so I can do a proper introduction. But that's just not what I'm going to do this time. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to set it on there and see how they react to her. Make sure that this is indeed queenless and I don't have a rogue or a virgin in there that, or maybe a mated queen that hasn't started laying yet in there, and just see how they react to her. If they react favorably, then I'll install her. I'll remove the candy. One of the things I want you to notice, you see that little piece of paper right there on top of the candy. I've had issues with this when I actually installed it in the colony, sort of like this. They chewed through the candy and the paper dropped down and the queen could not be released. Bees could go in, but the queen kept, let me see if I can actually show you that. Well, here. It's very, very hard with a selfie stick here. Let me set this thing up. Anyways, okay. The paper actually kind of dropped down like this. So the queen, when she was trying to get out the hole that they had chewed through the candy, she kept going on top of the paper. Other bees could get in, and so this thing, it was absolutely full of bees, but the queen could not get out. Now I just pulled back the mesh, and then I just did a free release on her. But still, you know, it was 4 days later, and she hadn't been released yet, even though they probably chewed through it in a day and a half or so. So that was a little frustrating. So live and learn as far as that goes. But let's take a look and see how this colony reacts to her. And all I want to do is just pull a frame and just re-verify that indeed this is queenless. Lots of propolis. Wow. This one's all jammed with nectar. Doesn't look like they're leaving any room for a laying queen anywhere. Not that I can see. So let's put this down and just see how they react to her. Nope, I don't like that at all. I see curling butts. Can you see that? Let's show you that. I see curling butts, and that's not an indication that I want to see on a hive at all. So I'm seeing that from multiple workers with curling butts, and I'm gonna put an end to that real quick. I'm just gonna get this queen off of here. So I'm gonna guess that there is either a virgin or a freshly mated queen in this colony. And oh geez, yeah, look at that. I got a worker fighting another worker, trying to sting another worker because they're all pissed off. So we're gonna get that out of there right now. So we're gonna get rid of these workers right now. Okay. Well, there's a lesson right there for you. Even though there was I had checked it, and there was no eggs anywhere. There has to be either a virgin or a freshly mated queen that hasn't started laying yet somewhere in here. That's just how they were reacting to it. So, okay. Enough said. I'm going to give this hive probably another, it's 6:22 is when I did the split. It is, I don't know, 7:18 right now. So I'm going to give it another 5 days to see what happens with it, but it's quite obvious that I can't introduce a queen to this colony right now. See you, girl. Okay, good news is I still have a bunch of colonies over at the yard that didn't take, and I'm going to be installing these queens over there. Look at that. Still have them landing on here and wanting to frickin' take a piece of her out. Okay, stay tuned.